What's up, everybody? Forever World, and basically I'm taking a look back at my previous thoughts of the Soulja Boy anime songs that came out a couple months ago. Okay, so a couple months ago, as many of you may know, the rapper that goes by the name Soulja Boy put out 2 songs talking about anime. They were very horrible, they were bad quality or whatever. And I made a rant video talking about them, but I wasn't exactly against them. Basically, with my video, I was saying that, let's turn a negative into a positive, and with this, we should basically be happy at least that a celebrity is mentioning anime, and that it'll attract a wider fan base for anime. Since then, my thoughts have changed slightly in regards to this. I still think that it was dope that a celebrity mentioned anime in one of his songs or whatever. And I still think that it would be cool if a lot more people got into anime that way. However, I actually reviewed my thoughts on this and heard everybody's inputs. I got, a nice amount of negative feedback from it, from a lot of people. And, I took a lot of their words into consideration. Not the trolls, the people that actually had some genuine opinions and, had some smart intellectual thoughts on it. It would actually be painful to my eyes if anime became popular, but it became a watered down thing, and basically we travel back in time 10 years and we're back to square one, where anime gotta be super edited and watered down, home releases are not uncut anymore. With the anime industry not in the top form, I think it improved the quality of dubs. They give us uncut home releases now, although the shows on the TV might be edited, not too bad, besides, every now and then we got a blue popo. If anime was to get popular based on Soulja Boy bringing in his teeny bopper crowd, I stopped and thought about it, and wow, this would mean that they'd have to water down anime again, and it could potentially happen what happened with the music industry, where the music industry, a lot of music used to have depth and meaning, and now everything is about swag and about, everything. Music is watered down and horrible in general. Like, you can't even turn on the radio and hear a decent song nowadays. It's rare. So, I thought, imagine that happened with anime, and that would really suck, because Soulja Boy doesn't have, based on his music, you would assume anyway, and it's pretty much most likely a fact, that his listeners are all a bunch of kids that like to listen to that ignorant talk. He talks a lot of ignorance in his music. Don't get me wrong, I've heard a song or two of his that has some type of meaning in it. But yeah, it would be horrible if we went back and basically, instead of improving with anime and getting dubbing to even a higher quality or higher standard, with something like that happening, we'd probably go backwards, and we'd probably be getting more 4Kids treatments, more 4Kids One Pieces, which we don't want, obviously. So, my thoughts have changed. I promised a lot of people that I would talk about this again one more time. I won't be talking about this again unless, he comes out with another song saying F the anime community or whatever. But, I don't really want to talk about this because I didn't like the attention that I got for the last one, because I was speaking my thoughts. And at the same time, like I said, my thoughts have changed slightly. I do think that it would be cool if more people got into anime, and it stood the same though. But with Soulja Boy's crowd, it will probably change, because he has a younger demographic, and the home releases won't be uncut anymore. That's not something that we want. As an anime community, the YouTube anime community, none of us, we don't want that. So yeah, definitely, my thoughts have slightly changed. Soulja Boy's anime songs do suck, and I fully admit that. I want to apologize to anybody that I offended with my previous video. That wasn't my intentions, and I do understand what a lot of you people are coming from. Since then, my video has been taken down from the site. It is on my backup channel, which I'll put probably right here. It'll probably be right here, the link. So if you want to see the video, you want to know what I'm talking about, it's right there. I took it down because I just didn't like a lot of the negative attention that it got, based on, I was kind of angry in the video, and I just didn't like the whole vibe of it. And of course, the copyright material problem that I had recently, so I took it down. But yeah, as far as the Soulja Boy anime songs, I hope he just kind of stays away from it. If an artist does do songs about anime, first of all, I want to hear something good. You know, I want to hear something quality-wise. And, you know, an artist like Soulja Boy hardly could deliver quality. You know, he rarely can make songs that sound good mixing-wise. So, you know, if artist is going to do something about anime, let it be somebody like Lupe Fiasco or Charles Hamilton. You know, somebody that, Wu-Tang Clan, you know, they're huge anime fans and comic book fans. So, definitely, I still don't think that it's bad that celebrities and rappers and singers get involved in anime. Just, it needs to be done properly. It shouldn't be making anime look ignorant, or like one of my otaku friends said, basically making anime sound like if it's a drug. Anime, everything, anime. But yeah, this is for Neverworld, and this is basically my retrospect, a look back at Soulja Boy antics and songs that were made in July. Anime for the win.